and it's my honor and privilege to be here tonight to present the John L. McClaugherty Award. As Anna said, each year the foundation honors one of its members with this award. The late John L. McClaugherty was a former member and past president of the foundation. He was a native of Princeton, West Virginia, who attended Northwestern University and West Virginia University College of Law. He served as a staff judge advocate in the U.S. Air Force before joining the firm of Jackson Kelly in 1959, where he later became its managing member and served in that role for 20 years. Mr. McClaugherty served as chief counsel to the Senate of West Virginia and held numerous community leadership positions. The McClaugherty Award recognizes outstanding contributions to the field of energy and mineral law and to the foundation itself. Previous winners include many former presidents of the foundation, program chairs, and others whose service and leadership have shaped the foundation and who are recognized as industry leaders with a commitment to strengthening the community that we share. Nominations for the award are submitted by members of the foundation and vetted by the award committee, which consists of prior recipients of the award. Tonight, it's our privilege to add another name to the distinguished list of honorees. Tonight's honoree is a respected lawyer and leader and a longtime supporter whose steady presence has helped guide the foundation through important seasons of service and transition. His career and character make him an especially fitting recipient for this award. A native of Leslie County, Kentucky, also raised in Lexington, he is a true son of Eastern Kentucky. His connection to the mineral industry began long before law school, with family and personal experience in the coal business, including early days around his father's coal mine, where he may or may not have been driving heavy equipment in his young years long before license. That background gave him something that can't be taught in the classroom or the courtroom, an understanding of the people, a strong work ethic, and the practical realities behind the work and the industry that we serve. After graduating high school in Lexington, he attended the University of Kentucky, earned his law degree from University of Louisville, and went on to receive an LLM in tax from George Washington University. Though with his characteristic modesty, he is known to disclaim any great tax expertise. After beginning his practice at Greenbaum, he joined Wyatt, where he built a distinguished career over the next 2 decades, and continues his career with the recently merged firm of Bricker, Braden, Wyatt, where he serves in firm leadership roles. He has been included in the Best Lawyers in America since 2013 and has been listed as a rising star in Kentucky Super Lawyers since 2015. Those who have worked with our honoree describe him as one of the most valuable members of any team he joins. He brings deep experience in the mineral field, from the practical side of the industry to the most complex transactions. He speaks the language, understands the business, and inspires trust, whether he's advising a client, negotiating with opposing counsel, working with a sophisticated business person, or helping someone who would prefer to never have to deal with lawyers at all. He's gifted with a combination of focus, strong work ethic, dedication, diplomacy, and sound judgment. His colleagues note that he takes his work seriously, sometimes through long nights, intense diligence examinations, difficult negotiations, complex transactions, and deadlines that do not always respect holidays or family celebrations. His seriousness is always matched by a keen sense of kindness, people, and professionalism. He knows when to listen and how to advocate without losing sight of relationships. One colleague who sat across the table from him in a difficult deal described him as the consummate professional, able to manage a challenging client, advocate effectively, and remain calm and respectful throughout. His friendships across the bench and bar are genuine, and the respect he has earned is rooted not only in his skill as a lawyer, but in his steadiness as a colleague and leader. And of course, he's always willing to help. One of his law partners said that his helpfulness has made him a great partner, but it's also led to the coining of the affectionate phrase, getting a Wellesley, which means being handed a less than desirable project or task, because he always volunteered for those types of projects out of the goodness of his heart. Unlike a Wellesley, the McClaugherty Award is the highest honor our foundation bestows, and is fully deserved, and we hope happily received. As many of you by now realize, this year we're presenting the John L. McClaugherty Award to Brian Wells. Brian is a trusted counselor, generous colleague, and leader in our energy industry. He has written, spoke, served, led, and stepped in wherever and whenever he was needed for the foundation. Brian was the youngest person to serve as a president of the foundation. As president, he brought diplomacy, steadiness, and perspective during a demanding period when the foundation was in transition and seeking to transition to a new executive director. Even after his formal board service ended, he remained a trusted sounding board for foundation leaders navigating important questions. Beyond the foundation and his legal career, Brian also serves his community. He currently serves as chairman of the Lexington Airport Board, where he is spearheading a long-range expansion plan for the airport. I'm confident that he brings the same qualities of sound judgment, diplomacy, humor, humility, and an unmistakable willingness to do the work to his community service as he has brought to this foundation. Again, the McClaugherty Award honors those whose contributions have strengthened both the law and the foundation, and Brian has done exactly that. Through his leadership, service, and steady commitment to the EMLF, he has helped shape the organization and the professional community it serves. So on behalf of the foundation and the award committee, it is my great honor and pleasure to present the 2026 John L. McClaugherty Award to Brian Wells. I should also express our appreciation to Brian's wife Megan and his two children, Katie, Grace, and Parker, for sharing Brian with us, for showing up as a cheering section to honor your dad. He was a great guy, and so congratulations, Brian.
I'm speechless, which if you know me, you know that's pretty rare in and of itself. Wow. Okay. To even be up here addressing you among this fraternity, thinking about not just Mr. McClaugherty, but Karen Greenwell, my mentor, Joe Zaleski, Maureen Carmen, Tim Miller, mentors to me in my career, David Morrison, if I keep on, I'll forget somebody I know, John Boyd, just all of you. This is really unexpected. It's very much appreciated. Thank you. Although I do have to tell you, when you said from Leslie County, I was looking around and was like, there's somebody else here from Leslie County?
I did the same thing last year, Brian.
Who else is from Leslie County? I'm not sure, but I was pretty sure I'm the only one that learned to drive on a 777 rock truck. That's a true story, and I hope the statute of limitations has now gone on for that. I just met someone who said this was her first annual institute, and I guess I was just telling Tim Miller, actually, the first time I spoke for the MLF was in Charleston, and I was even more nervous than I feel now, and so I stayed up all night working on it and speaking, over and over, practicing. So I came in to the room as the immediate preceding presentation was going on, and it happened to be Tim Miller and Tom Lane, who were given the Tawney presentation, because I guess that decision had just been decided. And I don't know if you guys remember this or not, but it's standing room only in this room, right? And it was like, literally, there were no seats, and it's like one side cheering or the other. I'm like, what have I gotten myself into? I'm absolutely petrified. I'm standing in the back, virtually pacing. They finish, and it is as if the Red Sea had parted, and they all left and went to lunch. And me and Karen and 20 others that wanted to hear about co-tenancy all stayed. As exhilarating as the other presentation. So I was reminded of that kind of flying in today. But as I was telling the person this is her first annual institute, I don't think in the years of practice I've ever been involved in a transaction where there wasn't a colleague who I knew from the MLF on the other side. This is an amazing organization, not just because of the information and the legal knowledge you possess, which is immense, but it's also the collegiality of this room. And that's really what draws all of us to the practice, and what I'm excited to see the next generation carry on. So I don't know what else to say other than thank you.